Hey everyone, David here for dtaxeandtool Restorations. I'd like to thank all of you so much for tuning in to this first video of a series I'm going to be doing showing you guys how to restore an axe. So in this first video I'm just going to kind of give a why I'm doing it, and I'm going to tell you guys what you're going to expect as I start to work through restoring the axe that I have over here. So why am I doing it? A lot of you guys have seen me on Instagram or Facebook or the website, and you've sent tons of messages and asked a lot of questions, and questions are great. I did the same thing when I was in your boat. I know I bugged the crap out of a lot of guys just sending messages, but don't feel that you're bugging me. I love axes. I love talking about axes. But I decided to do the video question not to not talk to you guys about axes, but because sometimes when you guys ask me questions, I try to describe it, and it's really not something that you can describe. It's something you need to kind of see. So hopefully some of those questions you have, you'll be able to watch these videos and have answers to. If not, I'm going to be putting links to Instagram, Facebook, email, all that kind of stuff down in the description, so y'all can email me and ask more questions, or just talk to me about axes, because I have 60 some axes behind me, so I love talking about axes. And another reason why I wanted to do this is because I wanted to show you guys how to restore an axe with really basic tools. I was lucky enough to talk to guys that hand restored axes, and most people do, but there are some people that say you can't fully restore an axe without a really fancy shop setup and fancy power tools and bench grinders and angle grinders and this and that, and most people don't have that. Most people don't have a lot of room. I actually use my kitchen counter. That's my workbench. But that just goes to show that you can actually restore an axe without having a lot of stuff or a lot of space, and that's kind of what I want to show in this video. It's going to be basic tools that most of you probably have in your home. And if you don't, you're going to be able to get it really cheap at flea markets and garage sales and antique stores, and you might have to make 1 or 2 trips down to the local hardware store and pick up a couple things. And in the next video, the second video, I'm actually going to be showing some of the basic tools I use, most of the basic tools I use to clean up an axe. That way you guys can go ahead and see if you have it, or see if you can get it, so you can prepare to start restoring your axe. And so a couple things to expect, things not to expect, but things I'm going to hopefully be showing you guys, and you guys are going to be learning from, is how to restore the axe. And this is the axe we're going to be using. It's an old Collins. I think it's an old Collins. It's got an M on it, but we'll see what happens when we clean it up. A little rusted. Got it at a flea market this past weekend. Handles original. Nice handle. It's not too bad off, but it needs a good cleaning, I think. So newer Collins is not a new Collins, but it's a newer Collins. It's a little fat. Show you, this is an older Collins. It's a higher quality Collins, and you know, compared to each other, you can definitely tell the difference. But it's still a good axe. We're gonna get it cleaned up. So things that I'll be showing you guys, we're gonna remove the head. I'm gonna try and save this head, try to remove it without having to cut it off, which should be interesting because there's an aluminum wedge down in there, which you'll run into. But I'll show you how to remove a head and try to save a handle. If not, then I'll cut it off and show you guys how to remove the wood after you cut it off, which when I started it was taking me like 2 hours to do, and now it's taking me like 5 minutes. Show you guys how to remove the rust. I'm going to show you guys how I remove the rust, but I'm also going to give you other options, because the way that I do it, I use electrolysis. It costs me about $50 to set the whole thing up, but I got 60 axes sitting behind me, and they've all gone through the electrolysis. So it was totally worth it for me, but if you're only restoring 1 or 2 axes and you're not wanting 60 sitting in your living room, then it's probably not the most cost-effective way for you to do it. So I'll give you some options there. I'm going to show you how to use a hand file to reprofile it, because I'm definitely going to have to thin it out. It's a little fat, so we're going to be thinning it out a little bit. Show you how to use a hand file to properly set your bevel angle. We'll be talking about the bevels and all that kind of stuff later. Show you how to kind of get a good edge using a hand file. I do have an axe behind me that has a nick about right here in the middle of the blade, and it's a pretty nasty little nick, but I'll be able to clean it out. I'm going to show you guys on that axe how to clean a nick. Some you'll be able to keep, but this one definitely have to be cleaned out. This one doesn't have mushrooming on it, which is good, because that means someone didn't beat the crap out of it. But I do have one back here that has, or a couple back here that has some mushrooming, so I'm going to teach you guys how to clean, mushrooming off the pole end of the axe. And like I said, if we get to save this handle, which I hope we do because it is original to the head, I will be showing you guys how to clean off a handle, sand the handle, oil the handle, and really make it pop with the oil. And then I'll be teaching you guys how to hang it. We're gonna hang it back on this one, it'll probably be a lot easier. I do have a handle back here, and I have a head behind the camera that you can't see that needs it, and I might use that one just to show how to you're gonna have to kind of work down the eye to get it to fit on properly and to wedge it on properly and all that kind of stuff. So I might be using that depending on if we can save this one. But that is what to expect. That might not be everything, but as we go through, you'll be learning a lot more. I'll be showing you a lot more. And might throw a few bonuses here or there. I've recently been shown how to really bring a hatchet to a super razor sharp edge, and I don't know if the video is going to show it. Yep, there we go. There's the reflection. How to really polish up an edge, which it looks really nice. I can actually shave my arm with it, but I'm not going to because I'm running out of space on my arm to shave. It looks really nice, but there's actually a benefit to that, and we'll talk about that a lot later. That'll be a bonus video. Anyways, so that's it for the first video. Again, thank you guys so much for tuning in, and I'll probably be doing another video maybe later tonight or tomorrow, just kind of showing you tools that you will need so you can go ahead and start gathering up your stuff and hopefully following along with an axe that you have. Alright, till next time.